Hello and welcome friends. Today I have brought in another video in which I would talk about some important MCQ questions from the sonnet, that is sonnet number 18, or shall I compare it to a summer's day. And here are the questions one by one, and I have given only the right options. The first question is, the rhyme scheme of the concluding couplet is, as we know that Shakespearean sonnets have a unique rhyme scheme of their own. The complete rhyme scheme is as A B A B C D C D E F E F and G G. So the rhyme scheme of the concluding couplet is G G. So here you should think about it. You should memorize the whole rhyme scheme, as they may ask you a question from any stanza. But apart from the rest of it, the rhyme scheme of the concluding stanza is G G. Anyways, moving on to question number 2. Shakespearean sonnets are written in, that's very important, in which meter Shakespearean sonnets are written. Shakespearean sonnets are written in iambic pentameter, that is iambic pentameter. Question number 3. What does the phrase summer lease mean? This phrase is from the poem only. So what does the phrase summer lease mean? Duration of summer in the cycle of season. That means here summer lease suggests the duration, the time period for which summer exists in the midst of nature. And as we know, according to the poem, that summer is very transitory. It stays or remains in nature for a very short period of time. Anyways, moving on to question number 4. The phrase darling birds means, what does the phrase darling birds? Here the word darling means tender or beautiful or delicate or innocent birds. Darling birds means the birds which were about to bloom but which won't be able to bloom, as the summer wind, the rash wind in the summer will take them away, will shake them away. Anyways, here the birds have been called darling in the sense that they are so tender, so delicate, so beautiful, and it also contains a further meaning, that is innocent, that the birds are innocent, which have nothing to do with the summer, yet the summer wind, rough wind of summer, shakes them, takes them away, destroys them. Anyways, so this question is very important. Now moving on to question number 5, and another important question, that is what does the phrase eye of heaven refer to, or what does the phrase eye of heaven mean? Very important a question. Here eye of heaven means, here eye of heaven stands for or refers to the sun. It's very important. Here eye of heaven refers to the sun. The poet has not directly stated or referred to the sun. He has not taken the name of the sun directly. He has not made mention of the sun directly. Rather, he has referred to the sun in a different way. So eye of heaven stands for the sun. Another question may come from it, from the same question, that is, identify the figure of speech or ornament or rhetoric, whatever you call it, contained in the phrase eye of heaven. They will ask you to name the ornament or the rhetoric or the figure of speech that has been used in the line, in the phrase eye of heaven. So this is an example of circumlocution. So what is circumlocution? Circumlocution means a roundabout way of expression. Whenever you refer to something but in a indirect way, in a roundabout way, that is called circumlocution. Remember one thing, that these references to this figure of speeches, whenever you are going through any piece of writing, especially the poetry, it's very important to note them down and to keep them in your mind. And here question number 7, and often his gold complexion dimmed, identify the figure of speech. here by the pronoun his, the poet is actually referring to the sun. So here sun, an inanimate object, has been described in terms of human being. That means here sun has been personified. So apart from knowing that which figure of speech is this, you should also know what does the word personification mean, what does the word circumlocution mean. I would request you to go through detailed analysis of each and every chapter, each and every text that you have in your syllabus. There is no shortcut to success. You should not follow the shortcut path. And the detailed videos dealing with the texts in detail analysis are already available in this channel. And who, for the people who are for the first time watching this channel, are meeting me for the first time, I request you to please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video, and share with your friends. So first of all, you should go through the texts and then you should go through the MCQ questions. Okay. So question number 8, its gold complexion gets dimmed. When does its gold complexion gets dimmed? Whenever the clouds overcast the sky, then the sun, which glows so radiantly, so brightly, gets dimmed. Its brightness, its radiance gets dimmed. Whenever the patch of cloud comes and covers the sun, the bright sun, then the sun's brightness gets reduced, gets dimmed. Moving on to question number 9. Chance or nature's changing course is untrimmed. By chance or nature's changing course, untrimmed. So what does the word untrimmed mean here? Why has it been called untrimmed? As this law of nature, whether you call it the chance or the law of nature, nature's changing course, this is something, this is the law, and this law, this rule cannot be changed, cannot be edited, or cannot be manipulated or curtailed. As nature destroys everything using time as a mighty weapon, and in this world of flux and transience, everything is subject to death and decay. Question number 10. What is eternal summer? As the poet has said that thy eternal summer shall not fade. What does eternal summer mean? Eternal summer means eternal beauty. Here eternal summer means eternal beauty. Here actually summer and beauty, both these words, summer means beauty here, and here both the words summer and beauty have been used synonymously. It's very important to note here. Eternal lines, as the poet has said that when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So what does the poet mean by eternal lines? By eternal lines, the poet is referring to the lines of his verse, which he thinks to be immortal as long as human beings will exist on earth, and they will be capable of seeing. They will keep on reading the verse, and through the verse, through the lines of his verse, his friend will keep on living. So thus he has secured the existence of his friend as well as his beauty by mentioning his friend and of his beauty in the lines of his verse. This is what the concluding couplet deals with. So, and another question, that is, who is the person who is the person the sonnet is dedicated to, addressed to? Actually, this sonnet is addressed to a young man, a young friend of the poet. But who is this young man? Though you would find some probable names, but those names are probable only. Here the critics have talked about some probabilities, or they have gone for some assumptions, but the identity of the man has not been disclosed by the poet or the sonneteer, that is William Shakespeare. So it is addressed to a young man, and the identity is ambiguous, that is not clear. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe and hit the bell icon.